candidates was do well in the verbal reasoning and decision making, but don't stress too much and perform better in the abstract reasoning or the quantitative reasoning. But because now the abstract reasoning is gone, it's unfortunate that these international students have to put the extra time and effort into verbal reasoning and decision making.
지금 스포츠 대학 시티 대학교를 방문하려고 네, 저는 대중대학 실무를
평균적으로 2년 9 정도 되면 의대나 치대 수의대 등 그걸 프로페션 분야로 진학을 하시는 분들이 많은 것 같아요. 그래서 미리미리 준비하고 싶다고 도움을 요청하는 학생이나 부모님인데요. 선생님들 연구 교육 시스템을 성공적으로 마치고 메디컬 스쿨에 진학한 국제 학생이었잖아요. 결국 의대나 치대를 진학하기 위해서 이어 10, 즉 GCSE 레벨 기간을 어떻게 보내는 게 좋을지 조언을 줍니다.
I think it's a really good question to ask, and it's a common question I get asked a lot from professionals or from parents and also the children. My advice would be keep it very simple, and is to use those times wisely, because as you get older, there's A-levels to prepare for, there's interviews to prepare for, the UCAT exam to prepare for. There's a lot of things coming in your way, and you never know how you're going to use your time in the future. So when you're younger, I would use this time to go to work experiences, spend the time wisely to communicate with the local dental professionals or medical professionals, ask them about what their daily life is, watch YouTube, blogs, read books, and prepare yourself and make the foundation quite strong, in hope that when you're older, you can build up on the foundation, or at least you've done the foundation so that you don't have to use that time on the extracurricular and you can focus on the UCAT exam or the A-levels. My advice would be to prepare early and think forward.
자, 이제 A-level로 들어간 학생들이 세 과목 중에서 통합식 필수적으로 이수를 해야 하죠. 나머지 과목은 어떤 과목이 좋을까요? 많은 한국 학생들이 수학을 선택하는 분야인데 특별히 더 준비한 과목이 있을까요?
저도 이 고민을 많이 한 것 같아요, 사실은. 저도 이제 A-level 때 공부할 때는 너무 이과 쪽이다 보니까 저는 개인적으로 이과 쪽인 거를 네 번째 과목으로 선택을 했어요. 그래서 그거를 지구과학으로 했는데 도움이 됐던 것 같아요. 그러니까 대학 입시대에서는 도움이 되는지 잘 모르겠는데 사람들이 이과 들어갔을 때만 논문도 적어야 되고, 그래서 지구과학이나 뭐 역사나 영어나 문과 쪽으로 하나 선택을 하게 되면 나중에 큰 도움이 될 것 같아요. 여기서 고민을 해야 할 게 유학생들은 특히 수학을 너무나 잘하다 보니까 괜히 지구과학이나 아니면 다른 영어 과목을 선택해가지고 점수를 B를 받는 것보다 오히려 점수가 더 높은 게 받는 게 우선적인 것 같아요. 근데 만약 거기에서 수학이 조금 더 지루하거나 아니면 다른 걸 해보고 싶은 학생들은 점수가 받을 수 있는 가정하에 그러면 문과 쪽으로도 하나 선택하는 게 큰 도움이 되지 않을까 싶습니다.
저희 유학원과 함께 학생들 UCAT 시험 준비에 도움을 주고 계실 때 최근에 UCAT 교육 과목이 살짝 변경된 것 같아요. 어떤 변화가 있는지 설명해주세요.
I think it's a big difference. They got rid of abstract reasoning, and for the international students, because English is not their mother tongue and their first language, they struggle a bit more with the decision making or the verbal reasoning. So the way we prepared it was do well in the verbal reasoning and decision making, but don't stress too much and perform better in the abstract reasoning or the quantitative reasoning. Because now the abstract reasoning is gone, it's unfortunate that these international students have to put the extra time and effort into verbal reasoning and decision making. Overall, I believe that the UCAT will become, the average will be lower, but don't think too much about that. I think you should put the emphasis on preparation into making sure that your verbal reasoning and decision making is not something that hinders you or puts you behind. So yeah, I think it's a big difference for the international students.
UCAT 준비는 얼마나 하는 것이 좋을까요? 그리고 영어가 다소 부족한 경우라면 UCAT 자격을 어떻게 하는 게 세워야 할지 그런 거군요.
I personally prepare 6 weeks. So when I say 6 weeks, I'm talking about 6 weeks of good effort. Not like 1 hour, 2 hour a day, but at least 5-6 hours of your time dedicated towards UCAT. Everyone has their strengths and weaknesses. If you're performing less, then you need to add an extra week or add more hours into your day to prepare for the UCAT exam. A lot of people say that you can't really prepare for it, but I beg to differ. And I've been doing this professionally for 10 years, and my students perform well given enough time and practice and dedication towards the program. My advice is to the international students to put more time into verbal reasoning. Decision making with practice and with dedication, the scores do improve a little bit more, but for the verbal reasoning, it's so and so. I would say that you have, from an early age, read a lot of newspapers, read a lot of books, familiar yourself with vocabulary, spend a lot of time reading and writing as well. I know the exam is not to do with writing, but if you're good at writing, you could catch up on the summary very, very quickly, and you can understand concepts a lot more faster than other students. So I would just say get more familiar with the English language. Finally, I'll probably say don't give up. It's a long-winded exam. It can be very demoralizing. The scores don't improve very quickly. But if you stick with it, I'm a believer that if you put your time and effort, you will be rewarded. So I think my biggest advice to you guys would be just don't give up, keep going at it, and you'll be rewarded.
좀 전에 워크 익스피리언스 관련해서 얘기 잠깐 해주셨는데 워크 익스피리언스가 매우 중요하다고 생각이 드는데요. 영국 공공의료 시스템, 즉 NHS와 직접적인 연결고리가 없는 국제학생, 즉 영국 이외의 국가에서 사업하는 그런 학생들이 이 워크 익스피리언스를 어떻게 준비하는 게 좋을까요?
I think it's a really good question. It's not strictly a necessity to have work experience. So even if you don't do it, there's other ways that you can prove that you know the NHS system very well. For example, you can come to university, browse, join the summer camps. I know it's a paid expense, but it's something that you could do to show the universities that you are dedicated to the program and you're spending your time and day to learn more about the NHS. I think it goes a long way. More importantly, you can talk to other professionals such as myself or such as 원장님 about the system and interview them, write a blog or read blogs about how the NHS is changing, developing over time. There are papers out there from Nature or English specific boards, and because it's always developing, maybe read upon those. They use King's College, Oxford, Cambridge. They always have an update system that you can read upon to keep yourself up to date of these universities. More importantly, the one message I want to send across to all the students is that don't do work experience just in the medical field. Do work experience in banking, reception, art. All these different disciplines are out there, and through doing other disciplines, it will help you understand how medicine is different from other professionals, and that can maybe give your answer more. It can help you develop your answer in a more detailed way, so that when you're talking to another person, you can say, well, I've tried other stuff, and I truly believe that medicine fits me well, as opposed to just saying, I went to the hospital and I think this is great. So it's something to think about as a young student, how you can convince the interviewer that this is the right profession for you and make the right decision.
저희 학생들에게 자소서 포함한 지원서 꼼꼼히 검토해 주시잖아요. 그런 경험을 바탕으로 이제 영국 무대 지원을 위한 자소서 작성에 한 가지 꿀팁을 이야기해 주시고 싶다면 어떤
they changed the personal statement now, so it's no longer a 600 to 700 word essay. It's now they give you 3 questions and you just answer the questions to your speed or to your detail, and they'll look upon it. So it's a lot more easier to write the personal statement now. The advice I would probably give is don't just ask doctors and dentists. I would probably say get like your English teacher to read it, or get your friends to read it as well. And because the personal statement itself is very subjective, we as dentists and doctors, we're very tunnel visioned into this field. So asking other professionals would really help you see the overall picture and how it sounds. So I would probably say get a lot of different people and not just one person to read your personal statement.
무대 지원을 빠르면 12월부터 다시 학교로부터 인터뷰를 받잖아요. 그 그 학생들 인터뷰 준비를 도와주고 계시다 보니
네.
발견하게 되는 공통된 한국 학생들의 약점이나 그리고 부족함 같은 것도 있을 것 같아요. 어떤 것도 있을까요?
영어가 제일
영어.
공통된 약점인 것 같고요. Other than just like grammar, it's also the confidence. Because you're speaking a different language, they're a bit hesitant to say what's on their mind. They worry about have I sent this message across correctly? But my advice is don't worry about it. Just speak what's on your mind. We're here to help you, and we're not negatively marking you. If you say something wrong, we're not going to just be like, oh, that's wrong. We say, okay, fine. Is there anything else that you want to say? So we help you along the way as the interviewer. So please don't feel afraid. It's better to say more than less. So speak what's on your mind and practice. Practice is key. So start early, practice weekly, and make sure you give yourself enough time to improve as well.
인터뷰 준비할 때 문화적 뉘앙스가 있을 수 있는 윤리적 에티컬이죠. 윤리적 시나리오에 대해서 준비할 필요가 있을까요?
I think ethical questions is something that you really have to prepare for. So I mentioned the PDF, the good medical practice, you're the good doctor. I think that's something you should read and see what's expected. Like common questions could be, what do you think about abortion, euthanasia? What do you think about the NHS? You know, these questions are very common and it's very difficult to answer if you don't know anything about it. So I'll probably say give a good read of that book and talk to professionals in that area to understand their viewpoint and also give your viewpoint as well. But you can only give your viewpoint after you understand it. So a lot of time is needed to discuss.
인터뷰 전형은 말 그대로 모럴 테스트라고 할 수도 있잖아요. 학생들의 영어 능력이 정말 말씀하신 것처럼 중요한 것 같은데요. 혹시 영어 발음과 같은 요인도 인터뷰 심사에서 중요한 평가에서
발음보다는 커뮤니케이션에서 점수를 줘요. 그래서 상대방이랑 얘기할 때 눈을 마주치는지 아니면 작은 손동작을 쓰고 있는지 그런 게 더 중요하지. 특히 막 영어 발음, 미국 발음 이런 거는 크게 상관이 없어요. 그냥 자기가 하고 싶은 말을 전달만 잘 된다면 발음을 크게 걱정 안 해도 될 것 같지만 중요한 것은 아무래도 이제 내가 누구랑 이제 만났을 때 그 사람들을 편안하게 들을 수 있게끔 내가 잘 소통을 커뮤니케이션 스킬을 잘 사용하고 있는지 그것부터 좀 공부하고 좀 열심히 발전을 해야 될 것 같습니다.
네.